Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioner C., I'm going to come to you. I was pleased to see your September statement calling for the need to modernize the review process of LNG facilities, of which I have 3 in my district, under the Commission Section 3 authorities. In my opinion, case-specific authorizations for routine adjustments to existing facilities is kind of unnecessary and probably could be improved. The Commission recently issued a notice of inquiry on authorizations for certain activities at liquefied natural gas plants. Did I mention I have 3 of those in my district? And anyway, when does my question is, when does the Commission anticipate issuing a notice of proposed rulemaking for a blanket Natural Gas Act Section 3 authorization program? And how could something similar to a blanket certification process for these facilities benefit our ability, U.S. ability, to permit energy infrastructure in the timely manner going forward? Your thoughts?
Thank you, Congressman. Those concerns are one of the reasons that I was really proud to be able to champion that effort, and I'm very grateful for my colleagues for their hard work for us to be able to move that effort forward. It's important for us, of course, to do this procedurally appropriate way to get all public input, so we've done that at the first stage right now. Our staff is hard at work analyzing it so that we can move forward as expeditiously as we can. My focus here, as it is in all things, is to get that balance right between speed when we need changes quickly and making sure we're doing it in a legally durable way. So I'm doing everything I can as a commissioner and working with wonderful colleagues to move that quickly. But to your broader point of how important this is to our infrastructure needs, I think when it comes to LNG exporting facilities, there's a really important role for us to play in speeding up that needed infrastructure. Supply of natural gas is not the problem for our country. The concern is lack of infrastructure. So when it comes to domestic natural gas pipelines and exporting infrastructure, that's a both and in my view. We can and should do both of those. We should do them faster. And it's a really important and, because when it comes to being able to meet our commitments to our allies, when it comes to exporting LNG, that's critical for our national economy and for national security. So I am personally committed, and I know that my colleagues are also working very hard on this issue, and I'm really encouraged with the progress we're making internally.
Well, I appreciate that. I was waiting for you to hear something about how this helped our allies. If not, I was going to ask you that question, so thank you. Commissioner Rosner, I'm going to come to you. Over the last several years, we have seen duplicative efforts between FERC and PHMSA regarding LNG safety standards. It's my understanding that PHMSA is working to develop these standards, and I believe that they are the rightful regulator for these standards. How can FERC work with other agencies to remove some of these duplicative efforts that ultimately just wind up slowing down the development of infrastructure? Your thoughts?
Well, thank you, Vice Chair Webb, for the question. I am aware that PHMSA is working on an updated set of safety regulations, and that they hope to publish it, I believe, this year. Again, my philosophy is, we got to make sure things are safe, and so, on a bipartisan basis, we've been ensuring that happens at FERC, as my understanding again is PHMSA is working on that updated regulation, and I think as the lead agency for safety under the statute, my hope is that they can lead us in that area.
Any thoughts on other agencies that we could have the same process with to keep from duplicativeness? Is that a word?
I think when I think about doing the work of the commission, our piece of that work generally is narrow on some projects. So, look, for example, I know you asked about LNG, but hydropower, for example. We recently approved a pump storage project at our meeting this winter, and it took about 7 years from application to permit. But the FERC process took about 2 years to do the environmental document. That's what the statute tells us to do. The other pieces of that, Clean Water Act took the state 3 years. National Historic Preservation Act took 6 years of consultation. And for me, I don't want to say that those aren't important parts. I think they are very important, those other responsibilities that other agencies have under Clean Water Act and National Hydropower Act. But as a person working on FERC, I'm very focused on every electron, every molecule we can get our hands on. When we have processes that go out 3, 4, 5, 6, or even more years, You know, I wonder sometimes whether that's really prioritizing that process. You know, put differently, under the Federal Power Act, we make decisions in 60 days, and we do it very carefully, and we respect the statute, and, you know, sometimes deadlines
Well,
are.
thank you. My time's up, and I would add that it doesn't prioritize Americans as well. I yield back.